Shall we? As we present our prep players of the week. And we should mention that these prep players of the week were chosen by Ed and I, and anytime we had a tie for any reason, Lenny Van Gilder would break the tie to make sure that we always came up with someone, because to pick one person every week from the metro area is pretty difficult. It's a lot easier to pick like 4 or 5, but we always arrived at the best conclusion we could and did our very best to spread the wealth. And of course our 15 recipients come from 15 different schools, so that should tell you something with that. And these awards also were on behalf of 4 different entities: Friday Night Football, along with the Greater New Orleans Quarterback Club, also Nash Icon 106.1 FM, and our statewide radio show that we've done for 25 years, as well as CrescentCitySports.com. So all those entities recognizing these individuals each and every week. And let's start with week number 1. As our recipient for week number 1 is Will Shepard of Mandeville High School, a senior. Shepard had an amazing performance with 13 catches for 346 yards and 6 touchdowns in a 65-35 win at Poplarville, Mississippi. The yards and touchdowns were believed to be school records, according to his head coach, Hutch Gonzalez. Will's taking an exam at this very moment, which is why he can't be here today, and his coach is helping administer the exam as we speak. And they are just absolutely crushed that they couldn't be here because they're so honored. But we want to salute Will Shepard and Hutch Gonzalez, and this award is sponsored by Kevin Cotterman for week number 1. Our recipient of our Player of the Week is Will Shepard of Mandeville. Give him a round of applause. For week number 2, from Archbishop Rummel, Donovan Kaufman, a senior and Vanderbilt commit. Kaufman returned a kick 80 yards for a touchdown, returned another kick 31 yards, intercepted a pass, forced a fumble, which was recovered for a touchdown, had 3 tackles, had a sack, and the Raiders shut out Slidell 37-0. Kaufman is coached by Nick Monica. Nick, take a bow. Also want to salute his parents that are here today, his family members here today. Take a bow, wave, hello. And this award is sponsored by Jim and Chad Ravanack. So our Player of the Week for week number 2, make your way on up to the stage to say a few words. And a ridiculously good football player and a good young man too, Donovan Kaufman of Archbishop Rummel.
First, I just want to say thank God, thank my coaches, my team, my parents, specifically my mom. Without my coaches, none of this wouldn't be possible. I wouldn't be in this situation at all. And I just want to say that hard work actually pays off. Thank you.
Our Player of the Week from the Greater New Orleans Quarterback Club for week number 3, from Country Day, Justin Ibieta. A Tulane commitment, Ibieta completed 19 of 28 passes for 254 yards and 6 touchdowns, and he rushed 9 times for 63 yards in a 48-35 victory over previously unbeaten Episcopal, overcoming a 2-score deficit for the victory. Ibieta is coached by Joe Chango. Joe, take a bow. Also want to salute Julie, one here today. Take a bow. There we go. This award sponsored by Ron Ashley. Our Player of the Week for week number 3 is Justin Ibieta of Country Day.
I'd like to thank my coaches, my teammates, my parents, everybody who gave me support. It was great time. Thank you very much.
Now go set a pick. Our Player of the Week for week number 4 from Pearl River is Corey Warren, a senior. Warren rushed 17 times for 265 yards and 6 touchdowns, and he ran for a 2-point conversion as Pearl River remained undefeated with a 58-21 victory over Springfield. Corey is coached by Joe Harris, and Mike Laverdette's here today. Take a bow, gentlemen. I'd like to recognize the family members that are here today as well. Also take a bow. The award is sponsored by Louisiana Prep Scoreboard. For our Player of the Week for week number 4 from Pearl River is Corey Warren of Pearl River.
would like to say thank you. Thanks to my parents, my coaches, and everybody building me for this journey.
Worked really hard all year to try to publicize his exploits, to finally get him an offer. He got it, and he deserves it, and he'll take full advantage of it. Congratulations, Corey. Player of the Week for week number 5 from Lakeshore, Christian Wescott. He was brilliant in all 3 phases of the game. In a 35-14 win over De La Salle as Lakeshore improved to 5-0. Offensively, completed 11 of 20 passes for 161 yards and 3 touchdowns. And he rushed 20 times for 114 yards and a score. Defensively, he had 5 tackles, including 3 for loss, and he returned an interception 31 yards for a touchdown. And for good measure on special teams, he averaged 42 yards per punt. Wescott is coached by Craig Jones. Take a bow. I would also like to recognize Christian's family members today. Please take a bow. This award sponsored by Vernon Brinson, our Player of the Week for week number 5 from Lakeshore, Christian Wescott.
I want to give a big thank you to my dad, my mom, my sister, my grandparents who have not missed a single athletic game my 4 years of high school so far. So it's a huge blessing, and a big thank you to Coach Jones. Dude's one of a time part of Coach. Gave me the keys, and we had a great season together and a great 4 years together. And without a doubt, this year will go down in the record books as a good one. So a big thank you to the Odenays in the back. Always supported me, even when I was little. So big thank you to y'all too, and big thank you to my boys for the great year. Thank you.
Time to get the fastball and curveball revved up now. All right, congratulations, Christian. Our Player of the Week for week number 6 from East Jefferson High School, Isaiah Lee. A senior, Lee rushed 13 times for 310 yards and 3 touchdowns, and completed 2 of 7 passes for 51 yards and 2 touchdowns as East Jefferson shut out Grace King 39-0. And Isaiah is coached by Frank Alello, who's here today. Frank, take a bow. I also want to recognize Isaiah's family members. Please be recognized. Take a bow. This award sponsored by Ed Daniels, and our Player of the Week for week number 6 from East Jefferson High School is Isaiah Lee of East Jefferson.
First off, I'd like to thank God, my coaches, and my mom, and my sister, and everybody who's been here through the journey. And a special shout out to somebody who couldn't be here today, my cousin, who's like my brother, also a father figure, Ray Sean. And thank you.
Our Player of the Week for week number 7 from Hahnville High School, Darrell Evans. A senior, Evans rushed 16 times for 234 yards and 4 touchdowns as Hahnville remained unbeaten with a 38-26 victory over Central Lafourche. Darrell is coached by Nick Saltaformaggio. Nick, take a bow. I'd also like to recognize Darrell's family members who are here today. Please be recognized. This award is sponsored by Kevin Macaluso and Dorsey Wealth Management. Player of the Week, week number 7 from Hahnville is Darrell Evans. Darrell?
First off, I would like to thank God for giving me this talent to play football. I would like to thank my coaching staff for believing in me every week. And I would like to thank my mama for being my big supporter, not in just football, but in life. And from always being by my side through the good days and all the bad days that we've been through. And I would like to shout out to my O-line for one last time. Thank you.